No organization is responsible for the content of this video. All errors and omissions are the sole responsibility of myself, David Iverson. This video must not be your only source of information. Please attend official USSA educational opportunities. Please download official USSA educational materials. Okay, so in this series of videos, this is part one of doing hand times and EETs. So first off, hand timing. It's really sort of critical that you have some watch that is able to be synchronized with time of day. So on my watch here, I can reset it. Then I go to mode, and right now it's saying 5:05, 17:05, which is close enough. That's actually pretty right on. It's about 10 seconds off. I haven't used it in a while. And I can set it up so that I can synchronize it. I can synchronize it so that it's giving me, down at the bottom here, it's giving me time of days. And another nice thing about this watch is that now I can't turn it off unless I reset it. But every time that I hit this button right here, the bottom is going to read the time of day. So I'm not going through the whole synchronization process, but that's 17, so there's a 1 missing, 17:07:13:04. And I've been sitting here talking, and then it's going to jump 17:07:32:26. So that's something that every area is going to have their own hand timing setup, and so I'm not going to get into this hand timing setup all that much because you might have a different setup, and I'll let my people know exactly how to do it. But the key thing is that this time is synchronized with that time. So my main timer is going to be synchronized with my hand timer so that the numbers are going to translate. And so right off the bat, we're going to be looking at some specific numbers. And so here I have some specific hand time numbers. And here I have some outputs that you can download. So once again, you can't see it on the screen, but you can download it off of my website, and you can see the numbers. So right here, bib 71, that's a start. So bib 71 started at 13:12:5360, and here I have bib 31 starting at 15:12:54.116. So again, 13:12:53, and then 13:12:54, and so they're within about half a second of each other, and there's some drift and there's some other things in there. But basically, I can use a number in here to find a number in here, and that's a topic for another video. What I want to do right now is I want to calculate a hand time on bib 65. And I just sort of randomly picked out bib 65 because it's kind of right in the middle of a page, and I can go and I can blow this up for you, and you can download it, and you can follow along at home. So you can download this, get out your own information, and follow along at home. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate a hand time for bib 55. So this is my start book. I want to start with my finish book because we're going to be doing a subtraction here. So over here, this is my finish hand timers for the same area. And they say that bib 65 had a finish at 13:11:11.14. And then going to my start book had a start time of 13:10 .07.66. Oh, that's colons and points. Okay, so now I'm going to do a subtraction. And this is a pretty easy subtraction. So 14 minus 6 is going to be 8. Now I got to carry over, so that 14 is all gone. So there's going to be a 10 that comes over. 10 minus 6 is 4. And then 10 minus 7 is 3. And there's a 0, and I got a 1. So my hand time for bib 65 is 103.48. Okay? So that's what I'm going to quickly post out to people, is that the hand time for bib 65 is 103.48. And now I'm going to do an EET. So EET stands for equivalent electronic time. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be comparing hand times to electronic times in order to determine how accurate my hand times are and what correction we need to make to this hand time to make it an equivalent of an electric time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the 5 before and the 5 after. And so right now there's forms that allow you to do this, but I just kind of like to work on free paper. So I'm just going to break this down. One, two, three, four, 5. So I'm going to look at this, and I'm over here. So 65, my 5 before are going to be 1, I'm going to start here, 59, 54, 58, 63, 57. So we're doing a second run here. And then I'll just fill in. I'm definitely gonna have to wrap over into another video, but we'll just go as long as we can. So finish is 13, 10, 3, 5, 5, 8. And the finish for 54 is going to be 13, 10, 04, 6, 6. Then my finish for 58, 13, 09, 24, 10. Finish for 63, 13, 08, 11, 72. And finish for 57, 13, 07, 06.76. Okay, and I think I'm gonna keep going here. Next after 65 we have 69, finish 13, 11, 56.96, 62, 13, 13, 09, 13, 71, 13, 14, 05, 68, 68, 31, 13, 14, 27, 28, 70, 13, 15, 31, 99. I just looked at my finish hand times, And now we're going to fill in the data for my start hand times. And so over here, this is where my start hand times are. So 59 has a start of 13:09:33.16. 54 has a time of 13:08:57:42. 58 has a start time of 13:08:21:06. 55 has, let's see, 63. 55 must have been a DNF. So 63 has a time of 13:06:45:23. Once again, start with the finished hand times because then you don't have to worry about DNFs. And then 57 is going to be a 13:06:05.27. Now 69. So 69 is 13:10:48:40. 62, so 53 is a did not finish. 62 is a 13:12:01.79. 71 is a 13:12:53:60. 31 is a 13:13:28.91. That should be a point. And then finally 70 is 13:14:05:63. Alright, so now I'm going to start doing some subtractions. Okay, so looking here, 8 minus 6 is 2, 5 minus 1 is 4, 5 minus 3 is 2, 3 minus 3 is 0, 10 minus 9 is 1. So the hand time for 59 is 1:02:42. Now I happen to have a copy of the official results right here. And so I'm going to find 59. 59 is right there. And so I sort of follow along. 1:02:40 was the electronic time for the second run. So 1:02:40 so here I see that I'm right in the ballpark, and so my hand time is plus 0.02. Okay. Then I go, that's 6 minus 2 is 4, 6 minus 4 is 2, 14 minus 7 is 7. So now I took one away from that. Now here's a good one. So I'm pulling a 6 over. So it was 6. So this becomes a 64. 64 minus 57 is 07. And then 10 minus 1 is 9. 9 minus 8 is 1. So they're on course for 1:07:24. And if I look, 54 right here, 54 is a 1:07:12 on my results sheet, 1:07:12. So 1:07:12. So my hand time my hand time was 0.12. It was plus 0.12. So these numbers are important. And we're going to just keep working down through these, and we'll see what problems come up. We got plenty of time on YouTube, so you can work through these. Once again, what I really want you to do is I want you to download the materials off of my website, and I want you to, right now at this point in time, hit pause, do the calculation, and then see whether or not you got my calculation, and then keep working through these so that you're ahead of me, and so you're not just watching me do it, but you're doing it yourself. Because that's what's really critical, is not that you can watch a video, but that you can do it yourself. So I'm going to keep going. So I'm going to start going a little bit faster because I've just said that, and you can hit pause anytime you want. Hand time, so 58 had a 103.04, and so I got to find 58. She's not over here. Maybe I'm finding it, maybe I'm not. I didn't print out everything. She might be a disqualification. I don't have the disqualifications on my sheet, and I'm not seeing 58 down here. So I'm going to punt on that, and we'll come back in the next video. We'll ask what's going on with 58. Okay, so then I'm going to go 12 minus 6, or 12 minus 3 is going to be 9. 6, so 4. So that was a 6, and that is a 2. So 63 has a 126.49, and believe it or not, it's a slalom, so that actually is a valid time. It's right here, 126.39. So the hand time was plus 0.10. And let's see how many of these I can get through in the next couple of minutes. That's a 9, that's a 4, that's a 1, that's a 1. So she did pretty good. 57 is definitely going to be over on a 101. Well, no, 101 should be over on this page. 57 has a 101.88. Okay, so now the hand time was short, was minus 0.3, so they kind of blew that one. So 50, 38, 0.39. So that's not a stellar hand time. But it is what it is. We're dealing with real, actual data. We're not making it up. I'm not cooking this for anybody's benefit. We're doing this so that you can see what actual data looks like. 69 had a 108.56. I find it as 108.52. So the hand time was plus 0.04. Okay, so hand times are taking a long time here. We had a question in the last video on bib 58. I did find out that she was disqualified. But in terms of a hand time, the only thing that we're concerned about in a hand time is we want to compare hand timing to electronic times. So it doesn't really matter whether or not she made gates or not. It just matters whether or not the timing agrees. So I went to the timing tape, and I can find that she was given an electronic time of 103.08. So the hand time was short by 0.04. Okay. Now, let's keep going on these and see what we can do here real quick. That's going to be a 4, that's going to be a 3, that's going to be a 7, 107, we got an 8, 0, 2, that's going to be a 1, 11208, then we've got 7, that's going to be a 3, that came over, so that's a 5, so that becomes a 7, and that becomes a 0. Hang on a second, there might be a mistake here. 50, there's a 57. It's a 5737, so she did pretty well. We've got a 6, a 3, a 6, a 2, and she did not do so well. Okay. So, tracking down 5737, that was bib 31. Out on that sheet. Missing a sheet. It's right here. Okay. 62, 10737. So that's hand time is minus 0.03. We have 71 is 112.01. So the hand time was plus 0.07. We have 31 is 5836. Oh, and I did mess it up. So I messed that one up a few times. So the hand time 5836. So the hand time is plus, oh, I can't even write. Hand time is plus 0.01. And then 70, 126.36, 126.23. So my hand time is plus 0.13. Okay, now I want to double check. I want to double check this one, because that one's really out of bounds from the other ones. So let me just double check bib 57 while I'm at it. So where were we? This is the one that was over here. 13060527. I wrote that correctly. 13070676. I wrote that correctly. 16 minus 7, or 76. Let's just do it this way. 6.76 minus 5.27 is 1.49. So I did that correctly. And then 57 Marley Pollack is 101.88. So 101.88. So that one is correct, and we just have to live with it basically. Okay. So now what I want to do next is I want to add all of these up. So I'm going to go 0.02 plus 0.12 minus 0.04 plus 0.1 minus 0.39 plus 0.04 minus 0.03 plus 0.07 plus 0.01 plus 0.13. And so I end up with plus 0.03. So overall, my hand time is plus 0.03 divided by 10. Okay? So it's plus 0.003, which rounds to plus 0.00. Okay? So now, that was kind of like, I've put a lot of time and effort into it, but what it comes down to is my hand timing is working. Is that my hand timers are doing what they need to do. So there is no correction to that hand time. That hand time is already, on average, within 0.00 of the electronic times, based off all of those. Okay, so just so you can see, this is sort of, but just to see what you would do, suppose that that's just not in there. Suppose that that's not in there, so that I'm going to go take it out, plus 0.39. So suppose my difference was 0.42 for 9 of them. So I divide that, well, let's just do 10. So I've got, suppose I got 10, and suppose that just, we're playing let's suppose, and I hate to play let's suppose. But what I'd do is I'd divide that by 10, and what would say is that the hand times were consistently 0.04 above the electronic times, and so what I would do is I would subtract 0.04 from the hand time to make an equivalent electric time. So I'd do 103.44, so I'm going to just sort of, you know, put that in parentheses. I'm going to put a line through it. But 0.10344, that's a let's suppose time. In reality, my hand times are working out really, really well. Okay, so this is part 4 of our EET calculation. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the master packet of forms, and we're going to look at it as a list. And somewhere down here, EET version 3.1, so number 30, EET version 3.1. It should be opening. And we'll enable the macros, because it's going to do some nice things for us. And we're going to do a save as, because we don't want to overwrite the master file. And we'll put it into my documents, and we'll call it test. Alright, so going up here, we have our missed time. So we're going to enter in, their bib is 65. And we're going to go hand time. So the start hand time was 13.10 I'm sorry, colon 0.66. Oh, messing that up. 13 colon 10 colon 07.66. Tab over to the next thing. Finish hand time 13 colon 11 colon 11.14. 10348, which is what we came up with. Okay, so now just sort of going through what we were just doing before, we've got 59, 58, I'm sorry, 54 was next. 54, 58, 63, and 57, and then we'll go down 69, 62, 71, 31, and 70. So this is looking like it's a lot quicker, but if you think about it, you still have to find the information that I was just showing you in the previous videos. And if you don't know how to find that information, then you can't do the hand time. So I'm just filling in information. Let me do it with tabs so that I'm seeing that it's working out. 13 colon 10 colon 35.58. Tab over, and the system A time was 1:03. I'm sorry, for that racer for 59 it was 1:02.42, 1:02.40. Okay, and so there you see that it's clicking all the data over. So let's go through this as quick as we can. 54 has a start time of 13.08, I'm sorry, colon 57.42, and a finish hand time of 13 colon 10 colon 04.66. And an elapsed time of 1:07.12. And then next one is 13:08. 21:06, 21.06. And the finish time for that was 13:09.2410. And the elapsed time was 1:03.08. Keep going. 13:06.45.23. Then we have 13:08 colon 11.72, and that was a 1:26.39. And then we have 13:06 colon 05.27, 13 colon 07 colon 06.76, and that was a 101.88. And there's, you know, it confirms all the stuff that we had just sort of come up with. And we're going to keep going here. 13:48.40 tab 13:11:56.96 tab 108.52 13:12:01.79 tab 13:09.13 tab 1:07.37 13:12:53.60 13:14:05.68 and that's a 112.01. Two more to go. 13:13:28.91 13:14:27.28 58.36 and it's so it came up. Oh, I'm sorry. Yep, this is one where we sort of, I remember this one. I was wondering where the thing was. 0:58.36. So that's really critical. The way that Excel wants it to be, you got to do 0:58.36. Then it works out. Okay. One left to go. 13:14:05.63. Then 13:15:31.99. And finally that's a 126.23, and you hit it and boom, and it says exactly what we talked about, that it adds them all up. It says that the hand time is 0.03 faster. The correction is going to be 0, 0, so it's 13.48 is the equivalent electric time. So this program saves you a bunch of math in here. So it will calculate the hand times for you. You still have to track down all of the information to plug into the spreadsheet, but it will do the math for you as long as you plug the accurate information in. So that is my final video on hand timing.